Hello, everybody. I'm not gonna lie. I literally oh, I've been looking at art for a bit too long. I wonder when the stream starts, and then it just said 1 second when I alt tabbed. But hey, guys, I hope you're all having a great Friday. I think I need to change up like the YouTuber voice. I think it's getting a bit old. We just hit like 50 subscribers, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm beyond it now. You know, like the cringy new YouTuber stuff. No, but glad to see you guys here. Thank you for joining me. It's Friday, 8 p.m., May 3rd. Yeah, I mean, let's get it. It's Friday, guys. Only 4 days left in my semester. So really hyped and also scared of grades and moving back and the job over the summer, all the craziness. But beyond all that, I think the most important thing right now is drawing tonight. I'm super excited. I'm actually very, very excited. I'm not just saying that because we got something special today, as you can tell by the title. We're going to be doing some hyperlife drifting. For sure, that's not a weird art technique that no one's heard of. It is one of my favorite games. I was thinking about it, like, of my favorite indie games, we have, like, Outer Wilds. Actually, I'm not gonna even... No, okay. Games of all time, right? Favorite. These are the best games. I would not rank these as the best game. Best games, I would put, like, God of War up there or something like this. Actually, well, God of War is one of my favorites, but, like, God of War, Outer Wilds, Hyper Light Drifter. Ooh, Before Your Eyes is really good. I really liked Before Your Eyes. But I'm not sure if that would be in my top 5. Yeah, it's a very weird pick to have in my top 5. I'd have to think a bit more, but these games, iconic. I love them to death. Oh, No Man's Sky is definitely up there. Oh my gosh, yeah. I definitely have a pattern, like, forgetting, like, God of War for a second, like, Outer Wilds, No Man's Sky, and Hyper Light Drifter. I don't know what the, like, because Outer Wilds and No Man's Sky have the space element, but Hyper Light Drifter, it kind of shares a style with, No Man's Sky, just a tiny bit. So there's definitely some non-mutual, it's not disjoint. What's just unioned? I don't know. Anyways, let's stop being a nerd for a second. We're gonna head over into our warm-up for the night. We are number 2 in line for being graded for lesson 3. Very excited. That's coming out soon, and regardless of when we get our lesson 3 back, if we have to redo stuff or move on to lesson 4, I will have to wait until probably next Thursday till we stream again. And part of me doesn't want to stream tomorrow because I'm going to be very, very busy all day tomorrow, other than just studying. And I want more time to study. So we'll play it by ear if we stream tonight, Sunday. Sorry, Sunday. We'll play it by ear if we stream Sunday. Definitely streaming tomorrow, though. Does that mean I would go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days without streaming, which would be not only my longest streak, but I'm not sure totally if I want to do that. So we'll figure it out. But right now, let's only worry about one thing. It's that, and oh my gosh, let's just worry about putting ink on the page, huh? One of my favorite activities. Every day, I just think, one day I'm going to be there. I draw what I, like, just be able to throw something at the page. It's not necessarily going to be easy, right? You have the block of creativity and all that, but one day I'll be there, regardless. Hey, one day I may even breach the confines of creativity and be fully expressionable and free to create whatever I please in whatever style. That would be a wonderful reality. So let's make it one. Yep, hope you're all having a wonderful Friday. Man, it felt like Saturday because I was just studying all day. Actually, no, not because of that. Jeez, I always... studying doesn't make me cool. Come on, Cav, what are you doing? Why are you always bringing that up? Anyways, I went to, I cleaned my apartment and went to the store and meal prepped for the week, which is usually like a weekend thing for me. But no, we're here, meal prepped already. Since, I'm only buying like 4 days worth of food, I'm eating salmon now. Like, I have extra money in my weekly budget. I'm just gonna be eating salmon, the next 4 days for dinner. Bought new lunch meats, for like sandwiches and stuff, so I get that. Some study snacks. I just wish I bought more fruits. I was thinking a bit about it. I was like, that means like if I don't, because like I really rationed everything. Like I literally bought only the amount of rice. I eat about a cup of rice a day, or like whenever you cook a cup of rice, right? That's like a serving for me. So I bought like specifically 4 cups of rice, and then today I had like the leftover the rice I cooked last week. Moral of the story is I like really measured everything out, but like fruit, it's a random thing how much fruit I eat in a day, right? So like, Yeah, I didn't buy as much fruit as I wanted. Man, I'm getting old. That's what I have to say about today. I didn't buy enough fruit. Ah, jeez. Yeah, and somehow I'm mystified when people think I'm 35 or something like that. If or when I do a face reveal, the allegations, geez, that sounds so horrible. Just like the claims that I'm old are still like, I may need like my ID to verify that I am younger. Because I look old, I act old. Yet many of my friends would say I'm a weird mix between like acting old and then a very, very stupid child. But hey, that's mainly when I'm playing video games. So, and we've only done that, what, once? Technically twice on the channel, so. Oh man, I can't wait to play the new Outer Worlds update. And yeah, so yeah, today since we're streaming Hyper Light Drifter, or Hyper Light Drifter, I always say it so fast. We get to talk about it, and yeah, I've almost 100% of the game. I've gotten like most of the little bit things. I forget what they're called. I'd say like, so for those who haven't played Hyper Light Drifter, it's the story of you, the drifter, the Hyper Light Drifter, going through basically what is a broken world, ravaged by war, either very dangerous fauna or dangerous people or dangerous entities, which we'll talk about in a bit. But it builds this very beautiful and colorful and dynamic world with tons of different enemy types, literally story and stuff, characters, species, and the initial thoughts of playing this game is, what the heck is going... Oh yeah, that was very offline. We're gonna just redo that. The initial thoughts that most people have while playing the game is, where is the text? Hyper Light Drifter has practically, other than like the menu items, no text on the screen. And if there is, it's in their own language. That's defined, you know, by the game world. And so like the menus, the level up stuff, even when you talk to other characters, if they tell you stories other than like just grumbling at you, it's told through pictures. There's no dialogue. And so not only are you, the player, forced to fill in for how you're feeling, the drifter, who you are, and then your reaction to, you know, or an understanding of certain characters and events in the game, but it really encourages you to be curious and explore, to try to learn about the world and not only just play through its very, very nice feeling controls and fight mechanics, which I absolutely adore in that game. It's definitely hard and clunky at first, but then you get used to it. Let's see, we'll put our higher degrees right there. Yeah. But yeah, wonderful game. I really do enjoy it. I watched the first part of a kind of devlog of how the game was created and why it was created. The developer actually, which is, you know, the founding of the name of the studio, which I can't remember right now. I do apologize. But basically he has a heart condition. Sorry for the dramatic pause right there. But yeah, he has a heart condition, and he described it as, at any moment I could die. You know, it's a very traumatic and scary thing. And so not only does he have this drive to push art and games and things in this world that reflect that kind of mentality of this memento mori, you know, the fear of having a disease that could take your life at any moment. But he implements that in the game really well with your character also has a disease. It's not directly explicitly like mentioned, and you see other characters with this disease. In fact, you see a character that saved your life and was technically pivotal to your story die because of it. And so, you know, it pushes you for time, it pushes you for trying to understand things. It's a very, very beautiful game. And beautiful not only in the art aspect, but I really do enjoy, the soundtrack is amazing. Panacea is probably one of my favorite video game songs of all time, and the art style and art direction is amazing. I love it. I love the world building. This isn't to say it's without its flaws. Like I said, the fighting can be clunky, backtracking is extremely annoying in that game, but Those are like so minimal. It is a very difficult game to 100% or even start. There's a pretty tough barrier to entry, not skill-wise, but just what is going on, where do I go, what is the objective, and it lays it out pretty blatantly for you. But with that, you have the question of that many gamers have in games with either multiple endings or they just don't know what they're doing is, am I doing it right? And following, if I'm not doing it right, I don't want to play the game. Because they don't want to put in all this effort to not know, like what their outcome is to be. And while that's a part of the story, inherently, with you having this disease, these creatures attacking you out of nowhere, seemingly a possession by entities so greater than you, right? But I think they just do a beautiful job of it. And I love it also has a pretty nice upgrade system. So game mechanics wise, that has my heart. I love like very technical, crazy fun upgrades. Oof, that was way too large at the end. Oops. But yeah, very, very fun game. And you could ask almost any friend of mine, does Cav like playing 2D games, like 2D pixel art games? And I hate it. I actually like cannot force myself to play games that are 2D. I find it, I don't know. I don't think they're bad. Like, how could I say Mario is bad or Tetris is bad, right? Because it's 2D. My brain just doesn't do that. Like Undertale, what was it? Because I tried playing Undertale, I didn't like it. The original, oh my gosh. I'm trying to remember the game. It was super popular out of nowhere for a bit. Oh my gosh, I see the logo in my head. I'm gonna lose my mind. Ah. Can't remember it. We'll get back to that though. Oh, describing the title won't work. It had a 3D part 2. Oh, Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain, the first game, could not play it. Don't Starve, I actually just didn't like the game in general. Which I know is a crazy take, because that's a game of all time. I mean, even Doom, to some extent. It's definitely not the art styles of those games. It's just, I don't know, my brain doesn't do it. Terraria. Oh my gosh, I think Terraria is one of the games of all time. And yet my brain just doesn't do the 2D. I think Terraria is awesome, man. From content to a beautiful mix that Minecraft I don't think has accomplished of sandbox and story. Sandbox with an objective. So the more survival exploratory aspect of it, I think no other game has recreated ever. You could claim No Man's Sky, but to the extent that Terraria has, no. Because like I'd argue that No Man's Sky is almost a bit more story-oriented or like quest-oriented. Meanwhile, Terraria is very explore on your own, choose to do the fights, choose to do the bosses. You can progress in different ways. Meanwhile, No Man's Sky, I would say, is decently linear. Not in the sense of making decisions, but as in the sense of story quest, or story quest outcome build, story quest outcome, like to complete a quest, you have to find and you have to explore. So like maybe that's finding antimatter to power your ship. So then you can get to this new universe technically, yeah. This new solar system that has now these resources for a better warp drive or whatever, and stuff like that. Let's do some ellipses, even though we're a bit over time. If you guys didn't notice, that was me spending 2 minutes defending myself from the Terraria fans because I think it's a great game and I don't want to be attacked. Sorry, it is a great game and I don't want to be attacked. Trying to think of other 2D games that I just dropped. And then again, after I realized 2D games weren't my jam. Oh, that also follows from turn-based combat. Cannot do those games. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, and there's the Pokemon argument, the game plays itself, right? How are you bad at it? Or stuff like that. Beautiful games, wonderful games. Not for me. Nice. Okay, cool. So we have this finished. Great warm-up, except for these lines right here. I think these ellipses and just the lines in general were really nice right here. And then as we warmed up our ellipses, we got much better through there. So today, I just realized a bit of an error, more like a issue. Yeah. Gosh, you're such a nerd, Cav. What we're gonna do is, so yesterday we were just making like a cool, fun little armor thing. We weren't really too focused on drawing anything after we did our sword kind of study demo thing, which is cool. I might keep it there because, like, why erase stuff that we had fun with, right? It's either move to a different page for a little hyper light drifter stuff, or we just do it right here. And I kind of wanted this to be like a showpiece. So what we could actually do for funsies here is we could do like some studies of the drifter from Hyperlight Drifter, and then we could do our main thing over here. And I'm cool with that because I don't really want this to be super construction based. I want to leave it a bit loose and cartoony and flat probably because that's how it'll turn out, right? Because like this I'm very happy with. It was dynamic. It's this one, no, that's furry stuff, I guess. I don't know. This it's actually has some depth to it. I'm happy with this one. But I kind of want, I'm okay with kind of not rushing this one, but having more fun with it, stylizing it a bit more. Not that construction doesn't have style, we just haven't applied stuff to it. But yeah, I think you could, if you know, you know, right? We're also going to turn down the light because just the glare on these pages upset me so much. Okay. And if we change the color, oh no, that's, what about this, blue? I'm not sure, yeah, because blue, here, I was about to get nerdy. Blue has a higher wavelength, so it's probably gonna reflect my, I don't know, who knows. Anyways, we're gonna set our hour timer. We're gonna get a quick water break as we usually do, and then we'll get right into it. So I'll be right back. Cool stuff. And yeah, what I wanted to do for the actual thing is basically going to be in the game the drifter sits whenever idle, or you could just make them sit, which is really cool. So I'm going to have them sitting, and then the it's called the Judgement. That's the only name for it. It's this entity thing in here. We'll actually start the timer and pop over to our reference over here. So shout out to this guy. He's been a constant reference of this channel, right? I'm pretty sure he was on that little lizard drawing that we have. It's going to be sitting like this, or maybe the hands are down. This is the drifter, for those who haven't seen. This is actually from the in-game animated intro sequence, which is one of... It's so good. It's so good, especially paired with the music. Amazing. And then, yeah, here's just like a more... This, you know, this is... what is it called? Not advertisement, but, you know, art made for advertising the game. I can't remember what it's called. And here is here's a really cool art of the Judgment. But yeah, basically the Judgment is this thing that continuously not only attacks but practically kills the drifter. And yeah, very, very cool stuff. I love the concept of this enemy, and I love how a lot of the enemies in this game have this digitized... I'm a sucker for like the geometric symbols, like the eye here, which is a lot of how the game looks. And also, shout out, it'd be crazy if it happened after this stream. It's not happening, right? But like if it, sorry, got lost in Discord again. There's a new game called Hyperlight Breaker, which is 3D, and I'm very, very hopeful for it. They said it could be releasing, or it says releasing summer of 2024. So I really, 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 really hope it releases. If it doesn't, I mean, oh well, what can you do about it, right? Anyways, what we're gonna do over here is We're going to do some fun drawings, I guess, of the Drifter and the Judgment. I'm not sure if that's like the official name Judgment, but I like it. So yeah, the Drifter. Let's identify some stuff. We have the mask. We have, actually, this is two cloaks. We have this cloak up here, and then we have this inner one. We have this kind of torso guard thing, or like this waist guard thing. And then we have the boots. I'm not sure if we see a lot of that over here now, but yeah, so we have this. These are two separate tunics. We have this like necklace thing, and then we have the helmet, of course. We have the gauntlets. The arms are pretty standard. I wouldn't call it anything special, with some gloves. And then yeah, we have some shoes, some booties. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, no way. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, this isn't like we aren't going to reference it. I just want to bring up this. Oh, it's really low quality. You meet some other characters in the game who help you with things, literally save your life or stuff like that. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. This is cool. Anyways, let's go back here. Let's see if we could find an example of the boots from in-game material. I don't think this is... What? Okay. The Drifter, I guess. Okay, here. This... Oh, no, this is fan art. Okay, here. This is from the game. Cool. Okay. Oh, yeah. Hyperlight Drifter, how heart disease inspired one of 2016's great games. How are you? One of the best games. What released in 2016? I could be like... Oh, did God of War release in 2016? God of War 5 release date. No, it was like 2020. No, God of War... Not God of War Ragnarok. Initial. $2018. So the claim still stands temporarily, but I bet some crazy, really good game that I'm not thinking of released in 2016. Let's see. I mean, the boots are pretty generic, so we won't stress ourselves over finding a reference of that. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I just love the art for this game. Two-tone. Oh wow, this is kind of as small as it gets, but look at that. Really, really cool stuff. Very much inspired by their art style and their art. So without any further ado, we'll just kind of... Oh, this is scary because now I actually have to draw it, right? We'll start just drawing the Drifter, and the torso is super small. It's like a small little guy. So what we'll do here is I'm just going to start off with a head. And then we want something that's 7 heads long, or 8, 7 to 8. Yeah, so that's practically about right here. Because that's 1.5. So 1.5 times 7. Ooh, that's a gross number, 11.5. So actually kind of down here. Oh, we should probably do some of this, right? Cool. About half for the neck. Trying to remember the distributions, and then it's a head for the torso to here, and then another head to the waist. Shoot, here, right? Oh, that's probably gonna help. Trying to find it. It's the thing with here we go. Okay, yep. So yeah, head to shoulders. All this. Is there a better one out there? Not really. Oh, here we go. This one's kind of helpful. The head is obviously one head unit. Then we have a bit of a gap to the shoulders, so kind of repeating that right there. Oh, they did 9? Ooh. Did I learn it correctly? Okay, this one's 8. Head. This is where the nipples are, I believe, for this head length, right? Yeah, cool. So the bottom of the pectorals. We have basically the bottom of the ribs right here. then 4 is the waist. Now I'm no mathematician. Wait, I kind of am. Dang. The legs are much longer than this. This one goes to 8, so we'll go to 8. So 4, and then I guess 4 to 5 is from like waist to kind of inner thigh. So inner thigh. And then somewhere in here we have in the middle. Oh, this really isn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I guess this is 1 head's length. So we're also off a tiny bit. We're already messing this up, jeez. Okay. So yeah, that's 1 head's length. What we're going to do is 8 times 1.5, which is much better. That's 8 plus 4, that's 12. So we're going to about right here. Just the proportion seems so different. Oh wait, we're going from the center. Oops. I mean, that means we only have to go, what, 0.75, so right here. Something of the sort. Cool. That it mattered, I promise. Okay. We have a general, height for our guy, right? And then, yeah, so we have here to... What is the second head, which should be the... This is bottom of the pecs, bottom of the ribs, the waist, middle thigh, knee. Actually, we're kind of losing our... This should have been a bit higher. Oh my gosh, erase. All we do today is just this, cheese. Okay, anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that was a bit 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Bit shorter. That's okay. We'll make the drifter a tiny bit shorter. I could deal. Cool. And so yeah, we have end of pecs, ribs, waist, middle thigh, knee. This is just, I guess, middle calf or right below the knee. So start of calf, and then bottom of foot. So the foot could start here. Cool. Yeah, and I said I don't want to construct this a ton. I just want some reference. Because like this is something I need to breach when it comes to like fear of drawing, right? It's just getting used to drawing things that aren't necessarily perfect. Yeah, I mean that's the best way to put it, right? So we could have this, and then what I imagine the drifter having, because a lot of it's hidden by the coat, but like still like a kind of sharp yet drooped and very slender kind of torso. So end of pectorals right here, and then actually this is a bit below the rib, if this is the largest point of the waist. Oh, OBS just disconnected. Hopefully everything's good over there. Aye. Hopefully we're all good. Anyways, so yeah, pecs, that waist. So we go to about right here. Something of the sort. And then yeah, we have the cool tunic, which can help us hide a lot of the legs, right? Also, you can tell I'm like drawing at an angle. Let's get a better posture, shall we? It's like, look at that. That is not symmetric whatsoever. Cool. So yeah, waist, and then the legs start there. Knee is right here, like we said. So this could technically be up here. Then we erase those. And then honestly, I'm not gonna even care about the legs too much. This kind of travels up the torso, so it's gonna be up here even. We're gonna do that. And the guy's pretty skinny, very skinny in fact. I mean, was literally like a wastelander, so we'll worry about that in a bit. But so if that's where the thing ends, and then I'd say right above the knee is where this thing ends. So we're just gonna give it, we'll add some like, you know, stuff to it. Yeah, and then from there we'll draw through our form in the for respect of uncomfy. And I can only imagine just the legs kind of going straight down. Where's the groin? This proportion chart does not really help. Oh, here we are. I'd say, yeah, around the forehead mark. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But this is where the leg actually starts, and so that makes sense that this is right here. So if we're gonna have a leg like this, keeping it simple with the shapes. Cool. And then we'll just kind of hang the arms at the side, which go all the way down to the 5th mark right here. Kind of like the accidental, like Yui I did there. Or just bent line, little C curve. Cool. For the chest, it's actually going to be, you know, like larger up here, and then a bit skinnier with that part. These legs look awful. Let's fix that up a bit, right? Yeah, I mean, we're kind of at the point where we could just go top down and start designing stuff. Because why not? Because yeah, like for the head, right? If we do the kind of like chomong, whatever method of like drawing faces, the eyes would go here, which means the helmet would be, because like yeah, the eyes would be down here. So the top of the helmet would be right there, and then it would kind of go up, take up this much in height, and then we would see the base of the helmet up there. Cool. So 2 little helmet regions, and then we have the little like sideburn parts of the helmet, which I've never really like been a huge fan of, and they definitely like kind of jut out compared to the rest. Some Darth Vader type stuff, I guess. I don't know. You do you, boo. The only reason they're a drifter is just because they have no friends because their helmet looks weird. No. Okay, and then we go here, and then like this. Really cool. Almost looks like Splinter. That's kind of actually weirdly looks like Splinter. So yeah, we'll add the little bounce part of this, right? Don't want the eyes too high, right? We want like the looks a bit derpy like this. Add some like just lines above it to like, at least for now, tell the story of not just like a blank-eyed little guy, little goober, right? Make sure, I have actually checked that hopefully everything's good on the YouTube end. Also, I'm going to switch up the music. I was listening to the Hyper Light Drifter OST earlier, so I don't really want to listen to it again. I don't want to ruin it for me, right? We'll do I don't know what this is. It looks cool. Okay, it has like very weird. Okay, maybe I don't want to do that. Um, I don't know. Who's this? We'll try this, I guess. Cool, and then we have the visor, which kind of jumps up here, right? And it's definitely like a crown almost. And then kind of wraps around back here. This is the problem with drawing smaller, is you don't get the opportunity to draw the smaller stuff in great detail. And we're just gonna bring... I want like a strict delineation of what is the mask and what is the helmet, right? But oh geez, made him a bit angry. Oops. The reflectivity of my camera is not, or my light is not helping. And then we have, of course, the helmet part of it, which I'm raising slightly above the head. And then from there we have like the shoulders of the cape. And then the actual cape itself cutting in here. It's very much like so. Cool. Cool. And we of course have the and yeah, we need to make this a bit more pointed, I think, to capture that. It is weirdly like rounded and pointed at the same time. And we have the little like star thing in the middle. Looks like eyebrows. And that also would just not symmetric. Whatever. Okay, it's just a doodle. That's what we'll tell ourselves, right? For the arms, we'll have the torso end right here above the chest. We have that like little V, which is gonna kind of droop down, right? Like this. And then that's kind of like the end of that part of the torso. Or the, I called it the torso, which is close to the actual poncho. It is practically a poncho, right? Definitely want that like rounded edge here for the shoulder. Don't want to do chicken scratch. Let's make sure we're sticking somewhat consistent. It has these little tassels to it too, which I really love. Oh, there's none on the inside. Oops. And we also just kind of want to make this cut pretty like sharp compared to the actual thing, right? Man, I forgot how much I loved playing this game over the summer. And of course we have the little thing in the center there, which I'm actually going to add like a little bit of room before we introduce it. And it looks triangular, even though in some pictures I've seen it looks like a coin almost. But we're going to do this. And of course right down here at the waist we have our thing. Honestly a bit wider. Right? We have the torso that kind of goes straight into it. Like so. We'll erase the back because we don't want to make that confusing. Same thing with the front. We want to add our little triangle into it. Love the design of this character. Like initially I was like, ew, the helmet looks dumb, but I've learned to love. It's a bit slower, right? It's a bit like, it's actually quite sharp. There we go. I think that's pretty good. And just emphasize that curve going around the body. I kind of want the hands like down, like we're looking kind of like straight at it. So we're gonna see just kind of like the hands end here, the front of the gauntlet. So the elbow, we reference our normal stuff, is at 3. 1, 2, 3. Makes sense right here. That actually makes a lot of sense. So we're just gonna add a and the hands drop here. Jeez. Yeah, if the hands drop there, I'd say the wrists start. Oh, the wrists start at 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The wrists start here? What? The hands are ahead. I guess. Maybe a bit shorter. Probably a bit shorter. We'll drop it a tiny bit, so we'll say the wrist starts here instead. So I could have a bit of this. We'll have the hands facing inwards, so that one will have its thumb towards us, towards like the inside right there. And yeah, we'll have like a bit of a Lego hand going on, so on the outside. This just seems off, and I think only because the hand's just slightly a bit too big, right? But I think the wrist really needs a close in right there. Which makes our whole arm look a bit strange, doesn't it? Like very skinny. Because I already wanted to emphasize this guy's like skinnier. But like, yeah, that's just a giant hand. Maybe it's not angled that much out. Maybe it's angled a bit more in. My hand curls a lot more whenever I do it, and that just looks flat, doesn't it? Like it doesn't look as interesting. No, I completely missed the elbows go here. So we want the bicep to end, or the tricep, because the bicep would be in here. So it would be still maybe out here. Yeah, so we want it to be ending right there practically. What if I just did the hands like clenched? Thumb in. We would see like that palm of the hand right here. And then wrapped around Kind of like touching the other end of the thumb. We don't even see the top of the thumb going right there. It's just kind of cut off by the finger. So we have like the thumb, which comes from the palm. I'm trying to like see this. That would be this hand that I'm doing it, but wrist needs to also just be smaller, I think. But yeah, we see this part of the hand. And then it gets cut off by the finger underneath it, going like this. Then over here we're looking at this part still going out. And then the knuckle kind of happens where the thumb starts. That like this right here. Cool, I kind of get behind that. It looks like a mitten still. I don't know how to really fix that, but whatever. We have the arm guard, which goes kind of like this. We're actually going to bring it out a bit. There's no way I'm successfully recreating this on the other arm. Now it looks too small. Maybe that should be a bit, just a bit lower. And the thumb starts where that knuckle happens, so yeah, we're basically, wherever in the hand this starts to do this, and then has this quick in. Because this is much longer than that, and then this is really thin, so. You only see the start of the finger right here. I think it's a bit better. I think the finger is the only thing that's messed up now. Oh, we forgot about the main cloak too. I like that. Cool. Yeah, how in the world am I recreating this over here? Jeez. Ah. Oh, it's already kind of falling apart. No. No, 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 no. Okay, we're gonna just do it by feel rather than trying to recreate it like that. So over here we have the out. And the instant ends, which is kind of like this. And then a sharp up. Just kind of depending on the silhouette at this point. And then the finger in. And it kind of makes this like, you know those cool S's you drew in school? Maybe still do, I don't know. You have this. And the thumb going in from right here. So that ends right here and goes like this. So we just make that less high. We generally have a similar thing. Let's bring this out a bit. Cool. I like it, I like it, I like it. I'm gonna touch up the head right here, which is risky because, you know, giant eraser, but we try our best, right? We have this like U shape in the center, and then and make him a bit of a fierce expression. Definitely want to round these a bit more over here and then in like that. Dang, 30 minutes in. Maybe we do only work on this today. It was supposed to be like a little fun, little nothing sketch, but doesn't look like that, huh? And then of course, we have the giant part of the cloak. Which honestly would take up most of the arms, but I spent some time on it, so we're actually just going to do... And it drops to about where the boot would be. So if this is the knee, and this is where the foot starts, then I'd say the boot actually goes up to about right here, which means we go... Like this one's a bit asymmetrical. I'm cool with that. We have the cloak where we thankfully don't have to draw most of the legs, and that ends right above the knees, so we're going to say right here. And it kind of goes in and then out. We'll make it go out quite a bit. Yeah, there's the knee right below here. These are the new legs. I'm deciding now. Kind of losing my symmetry here. Let's try to make a wider stance, and also just gonna make this wider. It's raggedy, but we're not going to draw that texture yet, even though we did little tassels earlier. And then we have our boots. I think those are too comically large. So like I think these still got clown shoes on. Oops. Yeah, see, that doesn't spark joy and happiness. Like horse hoofs. I don't know how to draw these. I want to kind of emphasize that there is a knee right here by having just a bit of that bulge in the center. This leg needs to move closer. That was crazy thick for no reason. Stiff, super stiff, but now we can start adding some fun little texture to everything, I guess. Man, I completely hid that, whatever it's called. Geez. That foot, hand. Jeez, wow. What? That hand I worked so hard on for no reason. Hey, what's up, Delano? It has been a bit. Hope all is well. You got 2 more weeks of classes. How are you feeling? Or did you say like 2 weeks yesterday, as in like 2 weeks remaining, not including this one, or how much more time in prison? 2 weeks remaining. Gotcha. 2 weeks remaining. Sorry. Every time I hear the word remaining, I think of what's it called? Rainbow Six. I've been slowly getting work done on writing. Your essay's huge. I've not had a class yet for my technical stuff, right, that has required an essay, so I'm thankful in that regards. But I hope those go well for sure. Screw essays. Oh my gosh. Let's draw a judgment now. Man, that light is not helping. Yeah, that's what I've been drawing, if you couldn't see, because my light is just so awful in that regard. Cool stuff. Like it. You know what? I'm going to be a bit silly, just because I feel like it and Uncomfy doesn't let us do it. Cross-hatching. I'm free to do cross-hatching as much as I want. No one could stop me. We're gonna double cross-hatch because it's like really dark in the background, I guess. I don't know how cross-hatching works, but I'm still gonna do it. No one could stop me. I'm powerful. Ah. Man, video games are such a OP creative source for things to draw. What were people drawing before video games? That's so goofy. Oh wait, no. I wasn't supposed to thicken that line up. Yep, this is Hyperlife Drifter. I was just about to say, I was like, I know you know it. I know you know it. I was thinking today, and I was thinking about drawing Witcher stuff, and then while I was studying, I started listening to the Hyperlight Drifter soundtrack, and I remembered how much I just absolutely adore this game. I'm pretty sure you were there, Delano. Like, not there physically, but like, there when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play it for the first time over the summer, and I just loved every bit of it. It's so good. Obviously not the best, and there's... Yeah, I feel like I have to defend myself every time I say it, but there's so much to love about it. And I played it in a point in the summer where I was like really relaxed, having fun with my friends and stuff. You know, Drawbox was in the midst of... I think I was in the midst of the 250 box, getting close to the end. And there's just, yeah, so much. Oh wait, that's on the inside, oops. A lot of new horizons there. I hate to erase that arm. I'll like lightly go over. No, I won't even. Just know that I drew that arm, and I went through the painstaking process of drawing a hand. The good old days. Aren't all memories the good old days, right? Even now, as I'm really struggling and suffering through these classes, I'd still consider these the good old days, right? If you ask me, literally, I'm not going to task you guys with that, but like if you ask me 3 months from now, Cav, did you enjoy that? I'll say yeah. It's weird, like studying can suck, but the fight in it, the prestige, I guess is the best word, the prestige of learning new things, testing myself and applying it and becoming better. I love that feeling a lot. And while looking back and seeing myself inside all day, not having the quintessential college experiences those many communications majors and stuff have, right? I still like it. And I know that one day with these skills, I'm going to make really cool stuff, so... Oh, without all that construction, it looks a bit goofy over here. Let's try to, like, emphasize the waist here. I'm not really going for, like, any realistic hatching or anything, or that kind of sort of stuff. I'm just having fun with it. And we'll draw the bigger version of all of this tomorrow. Let's draw Judgement real quick right next to it. I feel like I have to push this to the side because my like lamp is just so powerful. What if I did this towards the screen? The color gets a bit gross, but it's better than the alternative. So I guess we'll have to do that. Maybe I could like purposely blue shift it or something to the side, but Oh, now it's harder for me to see. Let's take a quick water break and then we'll get into drawing a judgment or something. Oh geez, I promised myself I'd start packing up for the stuff I have to move out because I'm moving out a lot of my stuff on Sunday. Where to put my pencil? But I really don't want to. I just kind of want to chillax for this tonight. But let's be productive. Save us some time for studying tomorrow, right? Yeah. But yeah, no, Delano, I was just talking earlier. Hyperlight Breaker is said to come out in the summer of 2024. I'm not sure if you know this, but it is almost the summer of 2024, if not the summer of 2024. So I'm super excited to see how that turns out. I'm really hopeful. I'm really, really hopeful. Because given studios nowadays, right, it's really a hit or miss. It's scary. It's 3D. The characters look so cool. Like, I was talking about this earlier. I keep saying that. I'm not a huge fan of 2D games. I love pixel art so much. It's weird. I just don't like playing pixel games that much, or pixelated 2D games. But man, I'm excited for Hyperlight Drifter, and the Hyperlight caught my attention because there's so many unique things. And if I was to make a game, it would probably be a lot like Hyperlight. Anyways, let's draw a judgment. We have a picture of a judgment over here, much larger than the drifter, but oh, the boots look different here. Oh man, why didn't I reference that? I was referencing other people's boots. They have like these cool like things on the back of them. Can't really draw that here, but anyways, let's draw a breaker. Or breaker. Maybe that's a thing in the actual game. So yeah, very like amorphous large head, which I'm gonna draw just as like a size compared like right here. And then we also have like it's humanoid, right? So this and then tapered body. And then some like dangling legs. Let's make the chest wider. Who knew it's a bit difficult to draw like amorphous beings? Let's get started with the eye, which is just going to be kind of like a diamond. I have this thing I'm fighting against, but we're going to move it about right here. Lost my eraser. Throwing it in rage. Ay. Whatever. And then we're gonna go up here. And kind of start completing this diamond that makes up his face. Once again, I'm a huge fan of like the cryptic symbols, stuff like that. I wouldn't even really call this Eldritch. I would just call it more tech magic, if that's a genre or a thing. That's definitely what I would identify it as. Doing this like little construction to help us craft it. So we're gonna have this line right here. Maybe we can make it a little bit larger. Like so, yeah. The good thing is it's kind of like supposed to look glitched and messed up, so we have that on our side. kind of just messing around here. I don't really know what I'm doing. This thing is like so out of my comfort zone, and kind of do like this like dripping effect that a lot of the things in the game have. I think that'll add some character to it. God, I love this game so much. Ah! It's one of those things that like you just keep thinking about and you're like, man, I can't wait till I can draw that well. Thank you. Then again, I'm just copying stuff. But hey, let's man, I love like originally when I first picked up drawing, I really wanted to focus on more story related things, which I'm still going to. That's the overall goal. No one's really stopping me from that, right? But I've really recently just found a love for characters, like making characters. It's so cool to me. And just designing people with these like cool little stories, and I love it a lot. A lot. I know, right? Yeah, for those who don't know, who are watching this, Delano showed me some really cool stuff with one of his sketchbooks, and it really inspired me to, literally the next day I bought a sketchbook just for having fun. And technically, really, this is my first sketchbook I've ever had, and and used to this extent. And I would love for this to be the first sketchbook I ever finish as well. Yeah, because he like really inspired me to just have fun with it, to really enjoy it. We're gonna make this less childlike. It looks like a child's drawing. And that's kind of what all of art is. I don't really care if I pass draw box or not. I just want to have lots of fun with this. Yeah, sketchbook is looking amazing. I think you're killing these drawings. Thank you very much. And man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait until the Vex colored version gets out. Guys, you aren't ready. You are not ready for what Delano's about to unleash upon this world. It is so awesome. I'm so happy. Like, saying proud is the wrong word, because like I've been racing Delano, right? Like Delano is infinitely better than me. But like I'm proud to be like, I know this guy. You know, it looks so good. It's gonna be so nice. Ay. Arms are way too short. I think the arms just need to be like nearly hitting the ground. Just because it's a amorphous blob of evil, I guess, doesn't mean it doesn't have proper anatomy. This have a really like prominent kind of like chest slash like back neck to it. And I feel like this isn't doing it much justice in like terms of what it actually looks like. Because this thing is like kind of, also it's much larger than this. This is not to scale, but it's like just the manifestation of like hostility almost. Yeah, it has like these just completely. No one to look like fur. I'm trying to keep things sharp. Screw this line. That was aggressive. I didn't mean it like, it was like, we're getting crazy. As soon as I finish the school arc, I'll be super grinding. I'm at a point where I have to draw my own stuff for lesson 4. Let's go! Let us go. Oh my gosh, Delano, I have to get into lesson 4. I need to be on the same level as you for once, and the first time in literally months. I cannot wait. And maybe, just maybe, one day we'll work on the same lesson. Oh. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah. Exactly. Oh my gosh. It's crazy how it's been months. It doesn't even feel like it's been a year yet. I've been doing Drawbox for almost a year now. Let's get some more crazy lines here. Yeah, jeez. I wonder what mine says at this point. Let's see real quick. Oh wow, we jumped to 8 views. Whoa. Maybe I should put like hashtag hyperlightdrifter in this. Oh, we'll do that next time because I'm really excited for the drawing we're gonna make next. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay. Oh, my character. What am I, like such a stupid little? Ooh. Oh, anyways, 12 months ago. Wow. Jeez. Oh, I'm first in line. I'm first in line for my review for lesson 3, so maybe tomorrow. Oh man, Hyperlight Drifter art is so good. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Man, art is awesome. Thank you, yeah. I have a feeling there's one, my constructions without textures don't look too crazy great. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have some issues with those, like redo wise. I fully expect, you know, issues across the board. I can see my own errors, and a lot of it is just, you know, technical expertise at that point, but seeing how much I've grown just in this lesson alone as well is pretty fun. Just kind of having fun at this part. Nice. The burnout is weirdly kind of waning off. I don't know why. It shouldn't. That's not how it should work, but yeah, man, 250 cylinders has to happen pretty soon too, right? We gotta worry about that, or at least I'm going to. I'm not sure if you're gonna partake. I'm still of the debate if I go to New Masters or Proco after this too. Hey, we'll figure it out, right? I think that may be the move. Because, like, I love Proco, both as, like, the creator himself and just the program, right? But New Master seems very structured compared to it, right? It is a bit more expensive, I think, for some of the courses at least, right? I keep saying at least, right? But overall, it's fun to kind of just mess around with a pencil like this. Oh man. Oh man. I'm happy with this, guys. This is actually pretty cool. I really like this on the right. This took like, race to mastery, right? Oh, that's awesome. I love that. King Kavel versus Slayer Delano sounds awesome. Actually, no, Slayer Delano and King Kavel, I think are just awesome. I don't think that needs any changing. I like that. Anyways, let us do a today in review. Oh, Slayer Delano and King Kavel. I love that. I'm sorry. Anyways. Maybe we could have like a cool poster. We can make a cool poster or something. That means I need a, because like Delano, I'm not gonna lie, whenever I've had this weird thing. Whenever I have like Discord friends or friends online, I imagine them buy their profile pictures. So I had a friend, let's name him Bob, and he always on Gmod played as Breen. And so I know this, I've known him for years in real life. I imagine him as Breen from Half-Life. I'm trying to think of other examples. I have this one friend who changed his name, but I still call him by the character in his profile picture. Or stuff like that. Or like I have this one friend, let's call him also Bob, but not the same Bob. Profile picture is a character from Kirby, I think. I always imagine that character now whenever I think of him. And Delano, whenever I think of you, it's either Vex or the character from One Shot, which I can't remember. Do they even have a name? Regardless, that's what I imagine. But I'm not sure if you'd want that to represent you in a drawing. I draw your half with the cloud. That would be so cool. Delano, that's actually fire. I love that idea. Oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah, that means I need to come up with like an OC character kind of like representing me, which is scary. And anyways, review. Decent warm-up. I'm actually pretty happy with the warm-up today. Solid line work. The lines seem a lot richer now that I don't have the light pointed right at it. Anyways, great warm-up today. And then awesome thing here. I think the chicken scratch lines is what like this, while it is a bit technically chicken scratch, I think it just works better here. The construction and like the very meticulous hatching almost makes it like this looks very natural and I let it happen. This one was like I'm scared, less confident. This one was like just putting the lines on the page and it turned out really well. Anyways, I'm really happy with the day and I can't wait to show you guys my plans for what we're gonna draw tomorrow. But we do have something to talk about. Exams. So I have 2 exams on Tuesday and then I move back to my home that Wednesday, which means I have to completely tear apart my room in my apartment, put everything that I need to take back with me, drive the several hours it takes to go back to my home, set up everything, and then, yeah, so I won't be streaming then. So that means I won't be streaming the day of my exam because it's at 8. And yeah, no, I couldn't move it earlier because my other exam is from 3 to 5. So it'd have to be in the morning, which I don't want to do. And it's the exam day, come on. So that Tuesday and Wednesday, I already can't stream. Monday, I'm going to be studying, not going to stream. Sunday, it's going to be a toss-up if I stream or not, because part of me wants to, but part of me really may need to study. So we're going to leave that up for debate, but that may be 4 days of not streaming, which I really don't want to do. So we'll see. But we're at least streaming tomorrow, the 4th. May the 4th be with you. I don't want to do something Star Wars related. Or maybe we could do like a little thing. Who knows? Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. This is the 101st stream, and 100th first doesn't matter. I really do appreciate you guys joining, supporting the streams, and all that stuff. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to start trying to like drop the YouTuber voice. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch any German video ever. Love that guy. Shout out Germa. Because he goes like, what's up in his older videos, that's what he makes fun. He's like, what's up everybody? I've been doing that too. I've been complacent, compliant, whatever the word is. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.